Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And guess what? We got loads of Model Ys mixed with Model 3s, and they're everywhere. So let's do ourselves a quality check with the Model Y. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So, all right. We're back at it again to do another quality check. And we got this white Model Y right here with the black interior. And it has the upgraded wheels over here. Just dropped off straight from Fremont factory. It has all the stickers and the interior is wrapped and it's brand new and ready to go. Let's do ourselves a quality check. And a quality check is basically going to be looking at the panels, and at the end we're going to give it either a pass or a fail. So let's first off start off by looking at the left side. Taking a look at the light, making sure that the bumper and the fender and the hood all match. There's no discoloration and there's nothing that catches our eye. So, taking a look at the right side, so far so good, and I like what I'm seeing. So let's take a look at the driver's side wheel right here. Now to the driver's side door. Now taking a look at this space over here, this gap is nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. So far so good. Here's a look at the interior, and these are the latest builds. Let's do ourselves a check of the door handle to see if it's flush. We'll rub one finger from this panel over here to the upper, and we'll be able to tell just by feel. Now let's do the door test. Rub one finger from this side of the door all the way down to the next side of the door to see if they perfectly meet up. And guess what? I like what I'm seeing. Now let's move on to the rear. Do the same test. And it is flush. This door pokes out a little bit, but we do have ourselves an issue. And look at that gap. Look at it, look at it, look at it. It's too big of a gap. Unacceptable. This whole left panel right here, unacceptable. I can almost see inside there. Yeah, this, don't like what I'm seeing. So we're not off to a good start. Now let's take a look at the lights at the back. You want to rub one finger from this end to the other, and it should be flush. And it is flush. Now let's take a look at the right side. And it is flush. Let's take a look at the glass roof. Now on to the right side, where we normally don't find much problems, but the space over here and the gap over here, I do wish it was a little bit tighter, but I do like this gap over here, and I wish the left side gap was similar to the right side gap. Now let's take a look at a common problem that we find with Tesla Model Ys is the rear passenger door. It tends to poke out, and unfortunately this pokes out. Now let's see the handle, and the handle pokes out. Taking a look at the wheels. Now let's do the test over here to see if it's flush, and it is flush. Door's flush, but unfortunately I can't give this a pass. It's a fail due to the fact that it has that huge gap on the left side that needs to be taken care of. Let's move on to another Model Y. So alright, we have ourselves yet another white Model Y. Has the same configuration with the upgraded wheels and the black interior. So let's start off by looking over here on the left side. Now taking a look at the hood. Taking a look at that fender, the right light, taking a look at these wheels. And remember, after you've done a thorough check of the exterior, that's when you want to move into the interior. You want to check the steering wheel, the center console, up and down the seats. You want to check your glove box. You want to check your dash. You want to check underneath your seats. You want to check your rear seats. And then you want to check your trunk. Do a full inspection of your vehicle before taking delivery. So let's take a look here at this gap over here. It's nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. Here's a look. Brand new interior. Now let's take a look and let's perform the door test. And it is flush. And it is flush. Beautiful. And it is flush. Taking a look at that gap, I do prefer if it was a little bit tighter, but it is good. I do like it. And over here, I do like it. And if you ever want to see the battery modules, here are 2 battery modules right here. I guess these are defective and somebody probably had to get their battery modules replaced. Here's a look. Now on to the quality check. Taking a look at the charge port door, and it is flush. Now to the rear lights, and it is flush. And then to the rear, okay, over here we do have ourselves a little bit of an issue. This light is poking out a little bit, so I would have to have that corrected, because if it's poking out, it's not right, and it's not aligned. If you look over here, it meets up right here, and it should meet flush with this light. Now on to the right side of the model. What the? Whoa. So yeah, definitely have an issue with this right side. It's the gap is just a little bit too big for me. I would prefer if it's a little bit tighter. Now let's see right here. It's flush, and this door pokes out a tad bit. So yet again, we have similar problems with the Model Y. Now let's take a look at the rear tire, the glass roof, and let's continue on to do a quality check. So this door pokes out a tad bit. It doesn't meet flush, and it is a little bit of an issue. So unfortunately, yet again, we have a fail with the Model Y. Now let's do a quality check with our final Model Y for the evening. All right, so we have this beautiful red Model Y right here, and it has the standard wheels that are under your hubcaps, and if you were to powder coat them, they look phenomenal. Let's take a look at the left side. Let's take a look at the bumper. Let's take a look at the hood. You want to make sure that there's no discoloration and that the fender matches the bumper and the bumper matches the hood. Also that the hood slits flush with the fender. And moving along to the right side. So there's nothing that catches our eye so far. So here's the driver's side wheels. Remember, walk around the vehicle at least 5 times. Bring somebody with you. Get a second opinion. Taking a look over here, I do prefer if this gap was a little bit thinner, but it is even all the way down, and that's what we want to see. So here's the interior. It is the black interior, And let's continue on doing the quality check. So that is flush. The door handle is flush. The other door handle is flush. Let's take a look at the wheels. Now let's take a look right here. So look at that. I do wish it was a little bit tighter, but we do have ourselves an issue right over here, and it seems to be a common problem with the left side trunk gap that's on the driver's side rear. They need to get this fixed because it's an issue they've been having with the Model Y ever since they've been producing it. Now let's take a look at this light. Oh, so now this left light doesn't sit flush. See, if you look right here, this should meet up with this light, but you can tell that they're way off. So take a look at that. This light is not flush. Definitely have ourselves an issue. And this seems to be a new problem with the light. I don't remember the light being an issue before, but since they've been rushing production and focusing on quantity rather than quality, they're just trying to get as much cars out the door as possible without somebody from quality control really taking a look at the vehicles. Now, taking a look at the right side over here. Oh, the right side is beautiful. Now take a look at that gap. This is what we want to see. Nice thin gaps that are nice and tight. Now let's take a look at this rear door. It does poke out a tad bit, but it's really, really small. And taking a look at the wheels, and the handle is poking out. A very common problem. Here's a look at the interior. And unfortunately, I cannot pass this Model Y. So to answer the question, has Tesla improved the build quality of the Model Y? I definitely would say no. They are still coming with problems, and you need to perform a quality check whenever taking delivery. I suggest that you bring a checklist, and if you need a checklist, go to www.electricbuyers.com and download yourself a free checklist which you can print out and use during your delivery date. So, all right, that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.